Three Dudes and Wrestling Podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. It's Wednesday night. You know what that means? Three Dudes and Wrestling. Let's get Mr. King Nero in here. Mr. King Mister.
What's
Nero.
up?
What's up, man? And we can't forget the thickness.
Three Dudes
and
Yeah.
Wrestling.
I see you with the AEW tagline. It's Wednesday night. You know what that means.
Yeah.
I
Is
like
that
it.
AEW or is that Jim Ross? I mean, you know, he's got
It's
a couple of
AEW because they be putting it on Twitter.
I suppose. If we call it a slobber knocker, would that be a Raw thing, or would that be a
Oh, that's a JR thing. You can't take that away from him. That is his thing. What's
So
up?
the first time I actually remember hearing that was the first being the Elite episode after Brody Lee died, and I forgot which Young Buck it was, but he was like, it's Wednesday night. You know what that means? This one's for you, Brody. So that's the first time I heard it's Wednesday night. JR probably said it before that. That was the first time I remember hearing that.
That was the first time that I had watched that AEW was that tribute show. So I don't even know if that if that was the first time.
Yeah, I don't know. Nando, what's up, brother? This the one that does our backgrounds, our logos, and our videos and everything.
Man, can he make me look any prettier then? I mean, he seems to be
I don't
good
think he
to
can
fit.
fix that. I don't think no amount of money can fix that.
Good.
You want to try, King Nero? You want to try to operate the comments too? Because you should be able to see everything that I see.
Yeah, I'm a. Let's see.
So you see on the yeah.
Hey, look,
look
he's
at you,
back up.
man.
He's back up.
Yeah, that's
I
all
did
you
it.
do. You just click them
Yeah,
on.
take it
off,
away.
and you'll see them pop up.
Yeah, I
Hell
did
yeah.
it.
The more he does this, the more I get to kick my feet up. So
Right. I don't know how to put the stuff in the background or like bring other stuff in, but I'm still learning it.
yeah.
Probably gonna like mess around with it during the week.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we can mess after this and we go back to behind the curtain. We can mess with some other stuff too.
Can we get some sweet like PowerPoint transitions maybe next week?
Try.
Yeah.
We
We need new artwork. We need new
Little
artwork.
fusion technique. I talked to some of my buddies and I showed them like I sent them the podcast and I showed them that and they were like, yeah, you are 100% right. About
Yeah,
the whole
it's
fusion
fucking
thing. It's like
crazy
you
as
are
hell.
right. Like it's so weird. What is going on? Oh, Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus. Okay. I got the audio going in here, so like I don't have to be distracted by any other screens other than my little computer with my Twitch on it.
Hell yeah, we're gonna have a great show. We got 55 minutes left, 56 minutes left.
You can't be counting down already, player.
But I just want one request, thickness, because that's what you stuck with now. Can you just stick with us to the end of the show this time? Because it seems like every episode you just leave, you get frozen, and then you're gone.
AT&T, that's what I'm gonna blame that shit on. Also, they're like, nah.
Pictures of you guys, no filters, full pics, nothing cut off. Oh man,
That
I got it.
I'll start my OnlyFans and you can subscribe to.
yeah,
that.
no kidding, man.
Yeah, I got
you.
Your pictures away.
I thought about making an OnlyFans, but only having pictures of like actual fans or fans at like concerts and things like that. So they'll literally be just OnlyFans. I'm just too lazy to actually do that.
I can dig
What did
that.
I drop? Oh, my controller. It scared me for a second. Thought somebody was running up on me in here. Even though I could see him behind me.
He's down with it.
Right?
Oh, man.
So, question: are you guys watching the new show? What is it? Rivalries. You got like 3.
I'm going to
episodes
start.
here.
There's a lot of stuff that they're doing that I'm going to watch. I want to check out their biography series.
I've watched the
There's,
first season.
This week they're doing Kurt Angle, and I want to because he's going to be talking about his addiction and things like that, and I really do want to see that. So I'm gonna try to watch that. Although this weekend is going to be really hard because I got to work Saturday and Sunday until 9:00 and 8:00 on those respective days. So that means I'll be playing catch up with the pay-per-views this weekend.
Yeah, that's true.
There is an interesting development with SummerSlam though right now. Riddle is injured. I don't know what's going on. And then Seth Rollins. Let me see if I can pull up this tweet by Seth Rollins that he made that he did earlier today. Because
I had seen that he made I had seen that he said something, but I didn't see that what he said.
Yeah, I'm about to pull it up because Triple H responded and said, "I hear you." So this could all be kayfabe, because you got to remember that prior to this week, all of this creative that they were doing with Seth was Vince and you know, the old team. So I wouldn't be surprised if this is kayfabe and Triple H is like, "Nah, we gonna do something else." And it just so happens, I don't know how true this is, but apparently Johnny Gargano is in Nashville for so I don't know, because like people are saying Johnny Gargano, but I don't know.
That would be amazing.
Yeah. But Seth Rollins' tweet said, "For anyone who purchased tickets to SummerSlam hoping to see me in action, I apologize. I did everything I could over the last 6 months to earn my spot on the show, but some things are out of my control. Thank you for always singing my song. They'll hear you someday." And then Triple H responded with, "I hear you." So, we have a WrestleMania situation go on again where Seth gets
That's what I was thinking.
a mystery opponent.
Yeah.
And if it did just so happen to be Johnny Gargano, that would be like dope. If it was like a one match thing where he just came and did SummerSlam and like they started doing like free agency stuff. But did you guys watch Monday Night Raw?
I was in and out of it, but yeah.
Yeah, I was in and out too.
You can already tell like some things are changing because the way that they started Raw with Logan Paul and Miz already mid-fight. I was like, okay, this is cool. This is cool.
Yeah, I heard there was slight changes.
Yeah. And you can also tell there's a difference because they've been cussing like nobody's business. Like cussing left and right, like more than usual.
So are they TV
Even on
14
NXT,
already?
I thought that was.
I guess so.
I didn't think so. It's supposed to be last week or something, but then it got pushed off a week or two. I heard.
Yeah, and then Roman Reigns was in the ring cutting a promo. Theory came out.
That was a good one.
And then he's like, "Yo, Daddy's not here no more." I was like, "What?" Like I was so shocked. I'm like, "Oh my god!" And then Theory looked like he wanted to cry. Man, he sold that. Whether he knew it was coming or not, he sold that. Like he looked like he was about to cry. Like, "Look, man, you ain't got to do me dirty like that, bruh." So like,
yeah, that shit was funny.
I don't know if Theory is gonna win that cash in. Because now that you know Daddy is gone, they may do something different with him. Huh?
Yeah, that just threw me off too. I didn't think that was gonna work like that. I didn't think that was gonna work like that.
Y'all sending private notes?
I did?
No. I was commenting and I was saying best show ever. And for some reason I thought it would show up as my Facebook, and then the YouTube popped up, and then right after that his Twitch popped up. So that didn't
I was like, huh?
Anything like I wanted it.
I didn't write that, just so y'all know. I didn't write that.
You can't get behind it. This is the best show ever. What the hell?
I mean, I can. I'm just saying. Oh, we got this one too. Best show ever.
There we go.
It is best show ever. I don't know, like,
we're always improving. It's always on the up.
Constant growing. Episode 4.
You can't start up here. You got to start down here. What's that? Drake said it best. Started from the bottom. Eventually, we gonna be here.
Facts. And right now, we started from the bottom, and we still here.
For now.
So I think
all it's going to take is one person, like one thing. Who
yeah,
they
that's
fighting?
true.
Oh, Swerve.
So
Swerve.
I think with the changing of the guard, I think through SummerSlam they should just honor everything Vince put in place.
Yeah.
But then come Raw next Monday, they just start fresh. You know.
Do some of that take all the belts away shit like they did back in the day.
No.
No. I mean, just like start like if they had anything written past SummerSlam for people that doesn't make sense, just start new storylines and just start new stuff, change direction.
Triple H has already said though, like he want, or at least somebody said that he said that, like some backstage people, he said that he wanted, SummerSlam creative to like be like come in with a bang or something. Like he wanted to do something big. What that something big is, I don't know. But I mean, if Vince can day of something change everything, we'll see why Triple H can't.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
Do you think Triple H and Steph, I suppose we're going to call as the figureheads here, you think they'd be open to actually some real cross promotional type shit with other companies, not just having a random person show up here at a Royal Rumble type gig?
Triple H has already said that he's open to working with other companies.
Yeah, Adam Cole right now is just pissing his pants. Like, my guy's back, and
and he's in AEW till 2027.
Yeah, and that's good for AEW and all. I just wonder.
Yeah,
I saw something up there. I saw something in the sheets.
Because if Adam Cole and all of them were still over there now,
baby,
we have Undisputed Era versus the Bloodline, and that, oh my god, I feel like that would be some good matches right there. That'd be a good feud.
Yeah.
And like good. Adam Cole would have definitely got pushed to be one of the main event guys in WWE for sure.
Hell yeah.
I do hope that the women's division can recover, because when they did, like, I really want them to do another all women's pay-per-view again, because I actually did really enjoy that pay-per-view. Like that
wasn't bad at all.
That was a nice one, and people seem to forget. They're like, WWE would never do a cross promotion with anybody, blah blah blah. They did one with New Japan Pro Wrestling way back when, so. It's possible.
You mean like back in the day, like back in the 80s when they used to fuck with them?
Mm-hmm. It's possible. I don't know if they will.
Might come out too, but
But it's possible.
They've had. This isn't really cross promotion like something like that, but I mean they, like, for instance, they worked with TNA a couple times, and I think it was 2012. TNA let Ric Flair come to the Hall of Fame induction for the Four Horsemen, and Christian appeared on a like a TNA anniversary show or something. So I mean, it wasn't like wrestling was involved, but I mean that's still like pretty.
Jericho just
big.
did the Austin podcast too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in the last 6 months or something like that.
Yep, that was amazing. And he talked a lot about AEW. I thought he was just going to stay like in WWE character, but he talked about AEW. He showed his book, which has the AEW Championship on the front. And it was crazy because Stone Cold was like, I text Vince and asked him if I can have Jericho on the show. He said, yeah.
Mickey James, like even
Mickey James being in the Rumble with the Impact Women's Championship.
Right.
Wasn't she supposed to not have that? Wasn't she supposed to not have that? And she came out that shit anyways. I thought I'd read something about that.
I don't know. Like, I didn't see that.
Keep the belt in the back.
But I'm sure if she wasn't supposed to, somebody at Gorilla would have caught her before she walked out.
Yeah, especially with Vince.
Because Vince is like right there, like don't fucking go nowhere. But I don't know.
Yeah, like she would have had to sneak that past Vince and then throw it on real quick.
I forgot all about that. That was good.
And then AJ Styles sending a little video to TNA. And then AEW stars appearing in WWE. So like, it's possible they could do, a cross promotional show. Like it's very possible.
Yep.
It may be a while because I think WWE right now needs to focus on reestablishing themselves.
Yeah, I
because
mean, I completely agree. Most wrestling fans, at least that I know, are, I don't want to say, fed up with, but, have half moved on from WWE because of just the subpar product we've had. That PG shit only lasts so long.
yeah,
As adult wrestling fans, anyways.
because you got to remember everybody that was thriving in the PG era as far as fans that they were trying to appeal to, they're adults now. Or teenagers, like, mid to late teens. They're at that point where they're like, we don't want this anymore. Give us this. And with the kids in age, like, they over there loving it. The little kid, like you brought up a few weeks ago, where he was up in there cussing too. The camera was looking right at him.
Yeah.
He looked at the camera, looked at his daddy, was like, is that cool?
Yeah, man. Milltown.
Yeah, like, so you don't have to treat them like they're children. Like, they'll be fine. Like, you can up the ante a little bit. I mean, they also showed the blood on WWE on Raw this week. Said Montez Ford, his nose got busted. Like, here it was bleeding or whatever. So he just had blood all over his face, and they left it in there. They didn't try to, like, keep cutting away if they, they left it. So, I mean, that's something. They usually try to, like, avoid showing it if they can.
You talk about cut it away, man. That's there's times I watch matches and I'm like, who is in a production truck with these like,
Dunn,
camera cuts every time? Like, here's a punch, camera cut. Here's a punch, camera cut. Like, holy shit! I feel
they
like
they don't need like a cinematic production.
Oh, just low production value.
Who's Josh Woods? Oh, okay. What'd you guys think of the Ring of Honor pay-per-view?
I'm all about Claudio coming back. I mean, like, that's his OG starting ground in all reality.
Yeah.
He's Ring of Honor. Everybody was bitching, like, man, these WWE, dudes come in and just swiping titles. Like, no, he had a whole career before he got to WWE.
Like him, I'm okay. Like, go for it, because he deserves to have a world championship from a major promotion during his career. Like, he deserves it. Man's been putting in work. I mean,
what a first match too. Like, holy shit! Like, that music hit. Like, oh shit, we're getting this motherfucker right off.
Yeah, right off the bat.
And I really have to give it to Jonathan Gresham, because I think by the time that match had started, he had already asked for his release from Ring of Honor. So he went out there, still put on a good match, even though he was like, I'm ready to go. Like, he didn't come out with his normal entrance gear on, none of that. And he has this big thing now where he's talking about how, like, when it comes to, like, black wrestlers, like, they have to have a gimmick in order to be considered great, while a white wrestler can just be great. That's, some of the things that he was saying. Because he's like, if you think about, like, and people were bringing up, like, well, if you think about Ron Simmons, what's the first, like, one of the first names you think of when you think about Ron Simmons? You don't think Ron Simmons, you think Farouk. That's what, but I think that also has to do with when you came up. If you came up during the era where he was Farouk, that's all, like, and you didn't know he was Ron Simmons.
How many people were surprised on, like, they only knew him as Farouk and were like, wait a second, he was the first, African-American world champion. I didn't even know that, career existed. And he became Ron Simmons just with a different name, in that, that just, it's you dialed up type era that the late 90s turned out to be. Like, that was Ron Simmons, but you knew him as Farouk, but you
knew him as the gimmick. Like, he
but
still
you
had
knew
the
him
gimmick.
The name as the gimmick, but like the actual gimmick, I'd say died sometime around the Nation-ish,
Yeah, and they just still, like, left.
Who would be another example?
Another example,
Junkyard Dog.
Yeah, Junkyard Dog.
I mean,
like,
just
that was a whole. Yeah, like a whole gimmick with him. It's
Coco
like he
Beware.
What about more
had
recent? What about more recent times?
New Day.
Like I'd say in the last 20
New
years.
Day.
Kofi
like a
Kingston. Kofi Kingston's a great wrestler, but
Yeah,
when he
is,
started,
yeah.
it was that gimmick.
Is that,
So,
that
like, I
Jamaican
can-
Kofi, right?
Yeah, so I can kind of see where he's coming from. With
So
for
who's a,
certain
so
people,
who's a white person that didn't have a gimmick?
John Cena.
Stone Cold.
I mean,
John Cena
When-
had a gimmick. Dr.
not when he first
But-
started. When John Cena first
The
started, it was
Thugonomics
just
and shit?
No, it was
No.
He was just a normal white person
Oh, the
before that,
Ruthless
which
Yeah.
never
Russian
never
John
went
Cena.
anywhere.
yeah.
Yeah,
But so, like,
ruthless aggression
Yeah.
never went anywhere.
Ric Flair, he didn't. It was just like that's just him. That like that ain't no gimmick. That's Flair. Like that's all Ric Flair.
But if you think of like, I mean, everybody still has a gimmick. Like,
Yeah,
isn't the Nature
yeah, they-
Boy a gimmick? You know, say your prayers and take your vitamins. That's a gimmick.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
bad motherfucker vest, all black. That's a gimmick.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of the reverse. That is,
yeah.
you know, like
Because
high end Undertaker gimmick.
Because
Shawn Michaels?
there was also a whole period of time
Triple H.
where literally everybody had a gimmick. They were just throwing gimmicks.
Oh,
left
you're a hog
and right.
farmer. You're
Yeah,
fucking
you're a
Mountie.
dentist.
Yeah. Don't fuck with Isaac Yankem,
Isaac
man.
Yankem.
Gee.
Now you're Diesel.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. But fake diesel.
You're not. No, yeah, you're fake Diesel. Like if that, just to sidetrack a little bit. Though that gimmick could have worked if they acknowledged that those were fake. I feel like that could have worked if they acknowledged that they were fake
I don't
instead
know.
of just trying to pass them off as
Yeah.
real.
That's like acknowledging that the huckster was wrong. It wasn't real. Like, you know, it's all just part of it.
but we know that that's not Kevin Nash and Scott. Like we knew that.
Yeah.
Well,
I bet there's some
didn't,
people
'cause I
that
wasn't
probably,
watching at the time because I was
there was probably some people that probably thought it was them.
I was like 5 or 6 when that stuff was going on. Like I said, I didn't start watching until like the tail end of the 90s when DX and The Rock and Mankind they were already the prominent. Like I had no idea. I didn't know who Scott Diesel and Razor Ramon was because I only knew them as Scott Hall and Kevin Nash. So like I didn't know, later I found out, but I didn't know at the time that they were, those two over in WWE or F at the time.
Yeah.
Mm.
So, but like I can kind of understand. Another one that somebody brought up was I can't remember his name off the top of my head. But he's the current champion of Impact.
Josh Alexander.
I think so, yeah. Where it's like he doesn't really have a gimmick, but like people just say he's a great wrestler.
It's just like just like a wrestler.
Yeah. So like I can kind of understand it, but you also have to you gotta look at everybody has not everybody, but the majority of people have a gimmick.
Yeah, I'm
Like
like,
whether
outside
they're
of
black or white. But I can't.
Yeah, everything's a gimmick. A
understand it.
gimmick's
Yeah.
a gimmick. They're not going to especially send like a rookie
I
out there
can
with
I can
nothing.
understand it because when you said when it comes to some of the white ones, they can differentiate the gimmick from the wrestler. Like when we talk about Seth Rollins, Seth Rollins is great. We don't say it's the Monday Night Messiah Seth Rollins or whatever. It's just Seth Rollins.
But
So,
like The Rock,
like-
where does he is The Rock a gimmick?
That when he yeah
Yeah, I
the
mean,
Rock
his gimmick
was a gimmick.
being the son and the grandson of Hall of Fame.
Yeah, like,
not
when
Hall
he-
of
Rocky
Famers,
might
soon to
be,
Hall of
yeah,
Famers.
because-
He
It's
came
different
in
characters.
with gimmicks. Like The Rock came in with gimmicks. He made it his own, but yeah, he definitely came in, with gimmicks. So like I can kind of understand, but that's kind of also like a slippery slope of, you're gonna have to be very specific in what you're talking about. But also at the end of the day, he was upset with creative. And one thing I didn't like was him being upset with creative and wanting to leave. People, was jumping down his throat. But when Jeff Hardy left or when other people wanted to leave WWE because of creative, it was okay. that's where my problem lies. Is like you can't say it's okay for one person and then jump down another person's throat for doing the exact same thing. Because the night before, Brock Lesnar literally left SmackDown.
That's funny
And
you
then
mentioned that.
He
'cause
came back, but he literally left.
I saw
Nobody, no one badmouthed Brock Lesnar.
exactly. I seen CM Punk interview. They
Yeah,
asked him
I saw that too.
about them and about Sasha and Naomi walking
Yeah.
out, and he was like, yeah, and then Cole and McAfee are saying they just walked out, but Brock just walked out. They didn't say shit
Yeah.
on the show. He's like, when I walked out,
Yeah.
they said I was a quitter on
Yeah.
TV, but they
Now,
didn't say shit about Brock.
The one thing I'll disagree with that is if you watch, Michael Cole didn't want to say that. Michael Cole was forced to, like, that's his job. Just like Corey Graves too. Like, that's their job. They're trying to do their job. And if they say you have to say this, because Corey Graves even said, he was like, look, man, like they told me what to say. I said it.
Yeah.
That's so I don't fault the amount, like the commentary.
Oh no, definitely, it's
for
above them.
saying
It's,
that,
it's,
but
it's,
it
who's
sounded
in
like
their ear.
CM Punk. It felt like he was trying to say it was them, but I know it wasn't them. It was the people in his ear saying, "This is what you have to say." But like, that's that double-edged sword. Nobody said anything when Brock just up and left, but when Grissom wanted to leave, even though Grissom wrestled his match, he still wanted to leave, and Naomi and Sasha left. Everybody was in an uproar, but with Brock, nobody said anything, whether it's from in WWE, because I was on Twitter waiting for people to say, "Oh, Brock did." Nobody.
I think the big thing. So like we've had this conversation before, but I think I still stand by what they did wasn't right walking out. I mean, you signed that contract, you gotta do what they tell you to do.
Oh, yeah.
But I think, like, for me, what stands out about it is, like, that's not the first time Sasha has whined about the tag team titles. Like, Naomi walking out, that was her. She would do it. But with Sasha, it was like, man, you just did this when you and Bayley were tag team champions, and you were loving life, and then now that they want you to lose the titles, and you don't want to do it at WrestleMania. And then, was it 2020? They were booked in a storyline with Bayley, and they were women's tag team champions and Raw and SmackDown women's champions. Had no problems, but now you want to try to book them in something again, and you just don't want to do it. So I think it's Sasha is the big part of that, just because it seems like something that's just been following her for years.
Yeah. But just to be devil's advocate on that, she is very passionate about the women's division there. And for some reason, they're going backwards when it comes to the women's division, because there was a period of time when the women were better than the men. They had the better storylines and the better, like, matches. Everything was better. And for some reason during the pandemic, like, they just kind of threw all of that away, because it really feels like they're going back to what they used to with the women's division, and it's like they're getting less time. They only have about 6 a show, 6 to 7 women per show.
Yeah.
And it's like, y'all got 3 hours on Monday Night Raw, and you telling me
it would ever be 50-50?
It could have been.
Yeah, it could have been.
But I know it could have been. Like, even with the change in creative, that thought, like, do you think that a wrestling promotion could ever go full 50-50?
Honestly, yes.
You think?
Because because women in wrestling nowadays, like, are doing, it feels like they're working like twice as hard to get that same recognition. And I really feel like, you had strong people. That all women's pay-per-view, that was a good one. Like, I think the only reason it didn't succeed too well is because they didn't put enough effort into it, and they treated it like it was an NXT show or something. And I'm not taking anything away from NXT, but they didn't put it on the same scale. And I really think that if they were given a chance, which they were proving that they could, because, Sasha and Charlotte was having hour-long matches, and they were having, these long matches. So yes, they definitely could and can, but it's like nobody's willing to bite the bullet. Like except for Impact. I'm sorry, Impact is killing it with the women's division right now. Like with the because they had the women do the X Division match. Like they're doing more for their women over in Impact than AEW and WWE combined right now.
Yeah, I mean nobody will ever reach. I don't think anybody will ever reach where they have gone as as with women's wrestling because they let a women's wrestler be their world heavyweight champion, and no, I don't see anybody else ever letting that happen.
Yeah,
you know when they had Tessa win the world title, and that was believable. AEW, WWE would never let a woman.
Yeah, I wasn't like. I'm still struggling. I'll probably watch it on the site that I sent y'all, but like I've been struggling to find Impact because I can't get Access TV. Like, it's a struggle, but I've been keeping up and looking at the highlights and keeping up with what's going on, and they're killing it. And then with the indie shows, like Women's Wrestling Army, Women of Wrestling, Shimmer. And especially what they're doing over in Japan, like it's possible. Japan has literally had a thriving entire women's company for years. 2 of them, I think, years, and they're big over there. It's possible. They just have to bite the bullet and say, okay, Monday Night Raw, every hour the women get. To start off with, every hour the women gets 15 minutes of matches each hour. That's what 45 minutes of matches. That's a start. Like that'd definitely be a start instead of these 8-minute matches where it's like and then they got Ronda Rousey coming in during commercial breaks and like cleaning out the ring. And then when you come back, you don't even know what's going on.
It's not just match time. I mean, it's ring time. You need to build. Yeah. You need those promos. You gotta build that shit up. It's not just. I mean, as much as wrestling is in-ring product, it's like the production that promo that get behind it. That I give a shit who's gonna win this match type shit.
What's funny is right now there's a women's match going on AEW. Now on AEW they do tend to give their women longer matches. So I will give them that. But it's like few and far between.
I got one. I mean, you were saying how AEW and WWE wouldn't put this strap on a lady. I can, without a doubt, see Adam Cole getting the strap and then getting double crossed by Britt Baker, and he got the strap. Yeah. And Tony Khan, I think, would be 100% down with that too.
Yeah, Tony Khan,
and it'd be once again, believable. Yeah. It's an easy, path to get to Britt Baker.
He just has to bite the bullet.
I don't think that he would even see it that way.
He just has to do it. Like that's it. He just has to do it.
I talk like I know him. I don't think he'd be good with it. We were talking the other day. He was like, "Oh yeah, give it to Britt."
But when it comes to Tony Khan, honestly, Tony Khan is relatable in my opinion because
you take a lot of cocaine.
Honestly, Tony Khan is the Kamala Khan of wrestling. He is the super into wrestling fan that got his own show, and now he's like, I'm going to do everything. I'm going to do everything I possibly can in wrestling. And I'm like, I do like that about him, but he also needs to find a better balance between Tony Khan.
He's so excited, and he's always crying and always hugging. And I mean, I'm an emotional motherfucker, but I don't know, man. You're on TV. There's people around.
When I saw him at live shows, he comes out and he's like, "Yeah, all right, are you guys ready?" I'm like, dude.
First time in Milwaukee.
The hell did I just come back to?
That's how Tony Khan is at live shows.
He came out and gave Giannis a belt. And that dude, man, that's a lot of Adderall if we're going over the counter. I don't know.
Yeah,
he
Tony,
is excitable.
Yeah, and that's why I feel like
whoa!
I saw that. Tony,
is that a mic or are you just happy to see me?
Thunder Rosa just won, but Tony Khan is very relatable because he is that wrestling fan. Like he's a wrestling fan at heart.
I thought
So,
his tweet after Vince retired was funny, and people were fucking so mad about it. Something about, oh, now I'm the longest sport wrestling CEO in the world, longest tenured or something like that.
Yeah, longest tenured.
Yeah.
I'm like,
people were like, oh, that's so unclassy. I thought this shit was hilarious.
It was hilarious, but I'm like, man, you got what? 30, 40 years to
like I said,
to
man,
like,
he realized he could never outbook that Jericho Kingston match. And he's like, man, I got to wrap it up now because they're just beating me to death.
They need to work on their gimmick matches in AEW because that exploding match one wasn't it.
Oh, that's
Eddie Kingston covering John Moxley, and you think it's about to be because in WWE, you know, it would have been a big explosion. Over there, it was sparklers.
They could have had the same thing though.
They could have.
WWE could have had the same thing go wrong. Whatever went wrong at that time.
Yeah.
Because I know that shit didn't go down the way it was supposed to go.
No, it didn't. But
speaking of AEW, how do you guys feel about them finally announcing?
I'm excited.
I think they look really fucking nice, and the globe in the middle reminds me of the old WWF tag team titles.
So
I'd say it looks like the old.
So what you're
because they're more circular. Like
what you're saying is this.
Yeah.
Your boy has to make one for each of us, right?
We could get that done. once they get more pictures out, we can
right.
get that.
I'm just saying because that would be dope.
That'd be cool as fuck. And you're paying because you said that, right? I appreciate you, man.
Good idea.
Look,
yeah, I like it. Keep it
you are the military guy. I'm the tour guide. I get tour guide money, okay?
Don't be not rich.
But
we can make it happen.
Yeah, but
like those good. The AEW usually releases like really good HD pictures of titles.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. I really am. I think
it's good. I think the first match will be the Elite versus Kenny and the Bucks.
Like they need belts.
Yeah,
I mean, you know,
I can't see another big trio that would be really in that mix. That would be in that match, say versus one of those teams, and you'd be like, "Oh, I think they're gonna win."
Black?
You could, House of Black, Dark Order, Orange Cassidy and Best Friends. Yeah, the Combat Club.
Orange Cassidy.
Daniel Bryan need a belt.
You know, I get it. Okay, stop yelling, guys. I get it. God damn it.
Daniel Bryan needs a belt. He does. He the only one in the.
I'm like, just these two teams, and you're like, and them. I get it. Okay, calm down, please.
And we ain't even gotten any females involved because I'm pretty sure those can go anyway. Those can go all female, all male, or mix and match.
Yeah, if they do them like the Lucha Underground when they had trios tags, it was any combination.
Tony Khan and two random wrestlers.
Yeah, 2 girls, 1 cup.
That would be 3 things, I guess, right?
Yeah. I wouldn't watch it.
Pete Rose comes out dressed as a red cup.
Awesome Kong, Nyla Rose at a cup. No, all right. You said
I got
2 girls and 1 cup would be a good idea.
I got images.
Yeah,
in my
sorry.
head now.
I'm sorry.
I can't.
I'll be back, y'all. I can't.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Leave at the end of the show again. Almost.
But I have a lot of high hopes for professional wrestling right now because one, hate it or love him, you do have to give Vince McMahon his flowers because without Vince McMahon, none of this would be possible. We wouldn't even be having this conversation about AEW and Impact right now. Like, I really like that TNT belt back there, but like we wouldn't be having this conversation.
That's the Miro TNT.
I'm hoping Miro's about to go join the fucking the club.
I think so too.
I don't want to be down here.
So I think 5 years from now, professional wrestling is going to be like in a place that we can't even fathom right now.
I think less than that. I'd say less than that.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Honestly, if Tony Khan can get Ring of Honor, like a weekly slot. You
Yeah.
know, on some TV, some
Then-
TV. Like,
then if we can get NJPW on more,
what was that one?
NJPW, New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Oh yeah.
Man,
That's
just-
just inaccessible. I want to say. I mean, without getting the app, like
She's
Yeah.
I have cable. Just
I
for
think
the-
you can find it on Access TV, which I still can't find the access to Access
Oh, I got
TV.
that. I got that channel.
But
Yeah, I got
I
it too.
think it comes on there.
Direct TV, Direct Stream. It's
yeah,
on that motherfucker.
I could get it, but it just costs extra, and I don't feel like that right now.
Isn't that what the letters stand for? Extra.
Probably. But like it's so
Yeah, it's gone.
much that like can happen within the next 3 years. Here come Daniel Bryan. What's up with Daniel Bryan and Claudio having these classic entrances? Like Beethoven made their entrance music, man.
Oh, American Dragon. This shit drops and it hits pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like.
I see you,
can-
Daniel
Savage,
Bryan,
man.
out here got rid of some more of your fudge.
I didn't realize. All of a sudden, I
Ooh.
swear to God, I went to a graduation, and I was like 6 years old, and all the people come walking in, and Macho Man's music started playing at the graduation, and I was like, "Holy what? Macho Man here? I don't know what's happening. They're playing Macho Man's music. I didn't even know that it was a whole.
I'm
nother
glad that you brought up Macho Man, because I'm gonna I gotta find this.
Look at
But
that.
there is a guy on TikTok. And he calls himself TikTok's Macho Man.
Is his impression any good, or
Yes.
just shit that he says?
He is one of the reasons why that's one of the reasons why I started following him. He makes other content too, but he does a really good Macho Man
Nick Jackson does a
impression.
pretty good Macho Man. I love it.
I just have to find it.
It's funny how wrestling fans catch that stuff. I think, now don't quote me, but I think I was watching Stranger Things. I can't remember. It was the last few days. I was watching something. And out of nowhere, I hear Jungle's Boys music. I'm like, this sounds really fucking familiar.
Yeah,
Right.
like a whole-
I want to
that's a-
say it was Stranger Things. I want to say it was.
It's a hit song.
But I was like, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, that's one thing I do like about AEW is like they do use actual songs for certain people.
And they buy
And
all
the-
the rights.
Yeah, the only person that had that WWE was CM Punk at the time.
I think Adam Cole's
With, you
song
know-
is perfect for him.
Yep.
I heard somebody do a mix, and it's on YouTube. It's pretty much the Adam Cole and AEW and Undisputed Era's theme song mix. So it's like the lyrics of Adam Cole's song and the singing with the beat of Undisputed Era, and it's just so
They turned it into
was-
the Gray
it was-
album
it
and
was
shit
really-
with wrestling entrances and some shit.
yeah.
Now I don't know if you'll be able to put this video up, but I want y'all to check it out. So like, let me know what y'all think.
Okay. And we were speaking about AEW and stuff like that, and I wish what they would do is, and I thought they would have done it from the beginning because talking about getting a weekly show
Yeah.
and everything. I wish they
And
would come
then-
in. I wish they would let Ring of Honor just like invade Rampage,
Yeah,
and just make Rampage their show. So you got AEW Dynamite and you got Ring of Honor Rampage, and you run
and
it
that would
like,
fit.
You
That
run,
would
you run, you run it
definitely
like
fit.
you run it like Raw and SmackDown. Like you
I don't
just-
That
know.
would
I think you
definitely
need
compete
you
against
need
each
the
other.
back and forth. I think that would be what would kind of, I don't want to say keep Ring of Honor afloat, but like, you know, having those AEW people coming in every week and fighting your Ring
Yeah.
of Honor people, you know.
I think if you just split the roster and everything, like AEW gets to keep everybody that's currently an AEW champion, Ring of Honor keeps everybody that's a Ring of Honor champion, and then you just do some kind of draft and split the roster.
all everybody wants in WWE is for it to just be one roster. Why are we trying to fuck with? Why are we trying to?
I don't want that. I don't like that.
Because we're trying
You
to
have
make
two-
Ring of Honor
like,
work.
You
I
have
don't
you,
know.
you
I'm
have
down to
two-
make it work, but it ain't gotta be that.
you have
like
two
two
shows.
different
Like
ways.
in the
There's
past,
already
in,
competition now. When
in
they
the-
did that
Yeah.
split, there was no competition.
in the in the past when they've done Raw and SmackDown being one show, like SmackDown was irrelevant. Like you got nothing out of it. You didn't have to watch SmackDown and keep up. It was just like a little recycle of what happened on Raw.
Don't try to make SmackDown what Thunder was. Like that was television.
When it was the Raw Super Show like 10 years ago, like SmackDown was trash. After when they had the brand split during the Ruthless Aggression, then they ended it. But then when they went back in 2016, when SmackDown went live, that's when SmackDown became actually legit, and they split the roster. But when they have, these guys will be in here Monday, these guys will be here Friday. I think that's when then they have all. That's why they want to unify the titles. But if I think they should. I like when they have split shows and they have split titles. I dig that better.
I mean, it's probably good, especially with SmackDown being on free TV. And Raw, you got to pay for it. So, I think that helps SmackDown numbers out a big deal. The people only got 15 channels to watch. I'm going to watch wrestling on Friday night and trying to keep track of shit that's happening on cable or a channel you can't watch.
They're using them antennas that, we used to use back in the olden times.
Oh, back in the 1900s, we called them bunny ears.
Right? But I sent you guys that video.
My phone is back there somewhere, and
TikTok.
So I'll see it in like 15 minutes.
If we can get it on here, that would be great.
I'm gonna see if I can download.
Because then afterwards, I can message that guy on TikTok or wherever and be like, "Talked about you on our podcast today."
I don't see where even I'd be able to download it.
Yeah.
So what do you think?
Well, you may be able to like save it. Can you?
Possibly, yeah. I'm trying my phone. If it'll take me straight to TikTok, and then I can save the video like I did the promos.
Yeah,
I should be able to do that. Let me work on that while you guys do this. It's funny. I knew when you mentioned Macho Man guy, I knew you were talking about this guy. I didn't watch the video. I scrolled past it a couple times earlier. It kept popping up, but I figured that's who you were talking about.
I think you can save it because I just saved it on my computer.
Yeah, I just did.
Let me see. Share. You can also share it to your. Where is it? But yeah, this guy, like his Macho Man impressions were the reason that I started following him. Like he does other stuff too, but he does a really good Macho Man, in my opinion. Other people may think not, but in my opinion, I think he does.
Hell yeah.
What is this? Oh, it's just a commercial. I don't know why I thought I heard Scott Hall. Why are they using?
I wish I could get that. I wish I could get that screen share shit to work. I'll have to reach out to other people to do this because.
Let me see. Because I don't even know how to put like videos and stuff in here.
I haven't been granted any powers. I'm quite literally here just to make y'all laugh a couple of times in this motherfucker. But what should the gimmick be next week? I should show up with something. I'm gonna have a gimmick next week because everybody needs a gimmick to get over. You're talking about you don't just what'd you say?
Taco Man.
I just had tacos for dinner actually.
I've been craving tacos. I haven't had any in a while.
Taco Man, that can go a lot of directions, man. I don't know. I'm gonna show up
the
looking
food
like
taco. Okay.
Okay.
Food
Gotcha.
tacos.
Got you.
Keeping that PG. All right. Maybe TV 14. Okay.
All right.
Maybe.
Call that a Belgian dip.
Got you. Let me see.
Man, these Sonic commercials be funny to me. What happened to the Sonic guys? I don't mean to talk about nothing that's not wrestling, but I wonder
like
what happened to
they're funny as hell.
Yeah, what happened to those guys? It seemed like the pandemic happened and then they just were like gone. But like those two dudes are funny. Now it's just like random people. Like, who are you?
Yeah.
Bring back the Sonic guys. It's just because it came on during AEW, so it's okay because it came on during wrestling, and right next to it you can still see the wrestling. So it's okay.
Oh, tiny screen wrestling. It's my
Picture
favorite.
in picture.
We'll be right back with picture in picture.
I like how when they do that, they cut them off sometimes. So like, I don't catch what they're saying on commentary because they cut them off. They did, and all. What is it? They changed the commentary again. JR is back on at 8.
Oh wow.
What are they doing with him?
He couldn't do that whole intro thing. That was getting him a little tired. He's like, how about I just go out at the beginning? I'm already at the desk. And we
Like, it was like, I remember I said, like, that was stupid. I was like, I don't know why they were doing that. Because it's like, let's wait until halfway through the show at 9 o'clock and then bring him out. I'm like, no, just bring him out in the beginning. They're like,
yeah, like I said, but that gets him his little pop. JR deserves a pop after all these years.
JR will always get a pop. It could be 2 people in the arena and it'll sound like it's 200. He will always get that. Daniel Bryan,
who are these 2 people that sound like 200 people?
Yeah, I know. I think you're stretching that.
Hey, look.
I need them to come to some of my
this is wrestling. You know, you.
Yeah, I need to find those 2 people.
Embellish sometimes. You got to embellish a little bit.
I don't get it. I don't know what you mean.
Ooh, they're going to be in Grand Rapids next week. I'm not going out there.
Ooh.
I'm not driving out there for 1 hour of wrestling. Well, man, I guess it'd be 2.
All right, hold on, guys. I think I got the Macho Man video.
Some house show.
Let's see.
Emerald City Comic Con. You got 3 minutes. I didn't give you permission to put on a big puffy costume. Emerald City, yeah, man. What is this, Sonic the Hedgehog? You say 3 minutes, I'm gonna knock you down with a minute. Understand something, if you're gonna imitate the Macho Man, first things first, get permission. Number 2, make sure you sound like me, man. You don't sound like me, yeah, man. You don't sound at all, man. My hearing aid is off. I don't understand what you're talking about, but I understand you are a fan of the Macho Man. So with that being said, I guess I can give you a pass like a quarterback and let you slide. But you slide again, man, you're gonna be out at home plate. Understand, I'm the Macho Man, TikTok's Macho Man, and no one can do it better. Yeah, dig it.
Yeah.
It was great. I felt like
that was good, but that's funny whenever we put up a fucking picture and I just realized that it just blocks him.
And he was
I just saw him start creeping on my side. I'm like, bro, go back to your side, bro. This is my side.
He's like, I ain't got no side right now.
That's what I realized also. Like, my arms are right where his arms are. Put that back up, man. I can do some funny shit with his hand.
Oh my god.
But yeah, that guy is good. Like he took
awesome.
the time to like learn the mannerisms and how he's good. I'm definitely gonna have to when we put it on YouTube, go in there and give him some credit. And then when I post it on TikTok, I'll probably, since I have access, I'll take the video, cut out that part, post it on TikTok and be like, shout out to this guy, we featured you on our podcast, whatever.
That was awesome.
But yeah, like I saw that today and I was like, I gotta show this to y'all, man. That was
fucking awesome.
That was too funny.
There's no videos up right now, man. Calm down.
He's just practicing for next time.
Yeah. Every time you put some shit up, I'm like,
that shit was funny, man. Just like
I would have died if it was just like the slow one and he just had half the face going.
You should have found like the edge of the thing and been like,
yeah. Next time you gotta
all right,
man, that was funny.
But yeah,
that's why they pay me the big bucks.
Right.
That was
such good. I'm gonna have to get this picture and save it. Huh?
By what?
Nothing.
But I'm definitely gonna have to like download some pictures and stuff like that.
What's his name wants full frontals with no editing or something.
Well,
I don't know. I remember exactly what the specs were on that, but
no
cutting,
filters,
no editing.
full pics, nothing
Just
cut
your
off.
belts.
Yeah. I'm a bad picture.
Did he even mention anything about belts?
I don't think so. I just got the one. That's why I need some more belts. Whether it's the minis, I'm about to in a minute just go find a cardboard box and make one.
Hey, minis are pretty damn cool, man. If you catch that case,
did you guys see Rey Mysterio's belt?
Come on, this is
that was tragic, man. That belt. You liked it? It's just,
No, I'm just asking. Like,
Yeah,
it just
horrible.
popped in my head.
it was horrible.
Like, I'm like,
Yeah,
oh my
picture of it.
god.
Like, I just don't get those signature series ones. Why they got to do those weird ass straps? Like, I like the stuff that was on the strap and everything, but the shape of the strap. I was just like, man, why y'all do this to yourselves, man?
There's a few
like
of
Brock,
those
like
that
that Brock Lesnar belt that's out right now.
Yeah, like
That
stuff
I-
like
that
that.
I do
Like,
want.
let me see if I can get
His-
this picture.
Ray's belt looks like like he was built in Minecraft.
Exactly. Yep.
I like the
my
do
kids
love
will
the
love that shit
designs on
then.
the sides though, but just like that
everything
middle
about
piece.
it, like the Mexican colors, even the stones.
yeah,
it's
I love
green,
I
white,
love
and
all
red.
of that.
I love the sides
It's-
too. The
Yeah,
strap on the
it's
sides.
just the
I have not seen this
blockiness
belt.
of it.
Yeah. Like
It's
man,
just the
bro.
blockiness of it.
If
Yeah,
it looks like a
I don't
Minecraft
like.
belt, my kids are gonna make me get it. It's
Hold on, I
probably-
got you
like,
in a
it's-
minute. It's
Yeah,
coming up.
it's literally just a well.
Ah,
Belt
he's,
shit free
hey,
right
hold on.
now.
He can't even peek out around. He can't peek out from around the picture.
What the fuck, man? That ain't right.
If it
funny,
helps
man.
you feel better, I can see you in the bottom of our screen in the little.
Yeah. That's the only place I
Box.
can see him. Just
It
start
doesn't-
like get
It
in
doesn't
there.
make me feel better.
Hold on, let's see if we do this. Hold on. Nope, I
Uh-oh.
can't change it. Nothing
Can we
changed.
do you guys are doing all the editing. Can we get one of those
You clicking on the
PowerPoint?
layouts and stuff.
Get one of the
Yeah,
PowerPoint.
yeah.
Oh,
Now
there
he's
you go.
gone.
Oh, there you go. Hey!
Yeah. So this way, now we're all in here.
Yeah, but this
But,
like I said, like from the left side, from that Rey Mysterio thing till you get to that first side plate, and on the other side when you get to that
Yeah.
first side plate, like that stuff, if they had just rounded the edges like the regular belt, like it would have been perfect. But I just don't get this. Like I
It's
don't
like a
get-
take on the big gold. It looks like.
yeah, it's a big
Yeah.
gold, and then it's got like it's got green stones, white stones, red stones. Like it's pretty cool, but it's
Is
just
the
like
plate just the same as a regular big gold, or do they fuck with it? A
yeah, I
bit?
think it's gonna. Yeah, I think just the stones are different, but I think
Yeah.
everything else about it just the regular big gold that they sell. But I just don't like.
Oh yeah, I see.
I'm
I
not
couldn't
impressed.
wear that Brock Lesnar one. I feel like I get stabbed too much.
Oh, you got the Brock Lesnar one. You got the Randy Orton one. Like I just don't
They
get it.
just,
Like that,
released. They just released a new mini Macho Man one. That one looked kind of sweet. Speaking, we
right,
brought a
I'm-
Macho a bunch of times.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm just now seeing this. I'm kind of digging the Bella Twins belt.
Is that? I haven't seen it, but all
it
I
was a
think of
Divas belt. Just had. The,
All I think of is
Yeah.
the butterfly when you talk about the divas.
Yeah, but it's just the
Oh,
design. Like it's
thanks
red
for
and
letting us
black.
on your show
with,
there, big screen.
Like
What you
that
said?
one. Like I do like that design. I don't
Oh.
know if I would buy it, but I like it. Like when
I
it
got it.
comes
I
to
mean, I
these
haven't
builds,
seen that one either.
I want to be very selective because I am going to order some more off of here, probably.
I mean, the dude in Bullseye is. I got like 5 different belts from him.
Yeah,
They get better. and
I'm
better
definitely
and
gonna,
better and
like-
better every
it would
time.
just depend. It's just depend like your because the belt behind you is the only belt you've had, right? And have you ever held another belt?
no, I haven't
Okay.
had like because this one was my. I bought this one. I want to say 4 or 5 years ago because wrestling. They did a house show, but they went to. I had already graduated, but they had went to my college to do a show. And,
Okay.
And so I bought a belt there because that day I was giving birthday money because they came there on my birthday.
Okay.
And so I bought a belt as a present to myself, and I've had it ever since. So that was the only one, and at the time I wasn't a collector or anything. It was just I wanted a belt. I never
Yeah,
had
yeah.
one.
That's
So
a
I
good
was like,
choice.
yeah, I was like, I'm going to get this one because it was only $200. So
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
okay, I got that. I'm good. Like I'm down. But like now I want more. And like I said, from your guy, I'll probably do a belt from every promotion. Like I'll get one from AEW, one from Impact, some from some of the indie promotions as well. So like that's what I want to do. Like I want to if I get a WWE one, I'll probably just get it from them. But like all the other ones, I want to get one from like a IGPW or IWGP. How you know what I'm talking about?
IWGP.
Yeah.
Well,
I get the letters mixed up.
When I was asking about that belt, I mean, you know how stiff the strap is. It's just all personal preference. Because
yeah,
once you get a belt,
I don't
and
like
you feel
that,
like that, and you feel that real.
stiffness.
Yeah, once you feel that real leather,
Yeah,
like that shop is
stiffness,
really what kills it.
I don't like because it's like it holds one shape.
Yeah, it's terrible. I hate stock straps.
So,
period.
those will only be like for display, but like, I mean, they all will. I know Warrior Wrestling one that's going to every wrestling thing I go to. I don't even care because, like I said, I may be the only person with that one.
Yeah.
Like I said, I haven't seen anybody with it. Anybody.
Yeah, I've never seen it until you showed me that belt. And
So-
usually there have been belts that people have, like an indie show, that somebody will be like, "Hey, I want this belt done." I'll be like, "Cool," and I'll send it to him, and then he'll be like, "Oh yeah, we've done this belt before already." And that was one that he'd never done before. So I'm like, I'm very interested to see.
Yeah,
it.
and like I just love the design on it. I'm not gonna share it till I get it, but that like the design of it to me is just sick. Like I love that it looks nothing like any other belt out there.
Mhm.
It literally doesn't, and it's the only belt I think that does that, where it doesn't look like anything else.
Yeah.
Like everything else kind of has that same general design.
Yeah.
You know,
$1 million
like-
belt.
it still had like that like signet, like you could tell like that
I
one.
don't know,
is
because that thing didn't
a
even have a
unique one.
strap, so you could have just passed that for
Metal all
anything.
the
It didn't
way.
even
I've
have
been
a
trying to
strap.
get one of them.
Yeah,
They want a lot of money no matter who makes that motherfucker for those things.
Yeah.
That is not a cheap belt.
yeah, but it still felt like, you know, like a same design, just slightly different.
Sure.
This one is like completely different.
Yeah.
Like if you, I think I sent it in the group.
I've seen
like,
it. I do.
Yeah,
I like it.
it's unique, and that's why I like it. So that's why I wanted that one to be my first belt, because one, I'm a guy that tends to like things that nobody else really has.
Yeah.
And that's something that, from what I know, nobody has. So like I was like, yeah, once you said that, I was like, this is what I want. It wasn't even a a question
Nice.
of like what kind, like this is the one I want. But like I'm ready to just start getting more belts.
Once you get one, you can't stop. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I know. If I do go to WrestleMania in Philly, I'll
Yeah.
probably try to buy one there just so I can be like, yeah, I bought this at WrestleMania.
Yeah. Yeah, because you know they sell the side plates ones too. So if you just
Yeah.
bought like one of those and a replica version, and you got the side plates in it, and if you go to like Fan Access and you just have people there sign the belt, and you're like, dude, that's my WrestleMania 40 belt. Like,
Yeah.
can't beat that. Can't beat that.
Yep. So like I'm definitely planning for WrestleMania 40, because I have enough time. Both nights, I'm doing both nights.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to get as close to the floor as possible.
Hell yeah.
But if not, I'm there. That's all that matters.
There you go.
That's
would
all
be
that
awesome.
matters.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're in overtime right now, and we did not lose the gimmick. He's still here with us.
Yeah.
So even though we lost him when we put the video up, but he found his way back. But I think we're good here to
Yeah.
go back to
Most
Gorilla.
most
It was
definitely.
a good show.
Yeah.
Good show. Episode number 4. I like it. I love it.
Most definitely. See you guys next
Hurry.
week.
I like it. Y'all have a good night, everybody. Actually, King Nero, you want to do the honors and end the broadcast?
Oh,
Just
you
top
click
right
the
corner,
button.
just
You click it.
end broadcast.
Oh, that's
Let's click it.
okay.
Let's click it together.
Bye.
Click it together, guys.